in altercation in a recent game against the Detroit Pistons. And that's also news from RNZ Pacific. Listening to Pacific Waves from RNZ Pacific or Koroi Hawkins where you are. Coming up, new research suggests some Pacific countries will struggle to achieve basic COVID-19 vaccination coverage.
It seems that the reason why it is so low is misinformation. Then you have the healthcare system.
Australian companies undergoing an approval process to build and improve services in Fiji's hospitals.
The next year, then the hospital will start to replicate any international hospital.
And we speak with one of the curators of a new book, Mana of the Pacific Wisdom from Across Oceania.
It's a curator of different proverbs from across the Pacific.
New research suggests some Pacific countries will struggle for years to achieve basic COVID-19 vaccine coverage. Australia's Lowy Institute has released data analysis projecting when Pacific countries are likely to have vaccinated most of their populations enough to protect them against the worst impacts of COVID. Smaller countries like Palau and the Cook Islands have already got there, but Lowy's research fellow, Alexander Dand, says some bigger countries, particularly Papua New Guinea, lag far behind. PNG has so far vaccinated only 2% of its population, and the research predicts it will take another 5 years for it to get to 35% of eligible adults. Mr. Bryant spoke to Johnny Blades.
Across all the countries that we've modeled, PNG is definitely the most concerning one because, they have like a very low rate of vaccination at the moment, and it seems that the reason why it is so low is for two reasons. First one is misinformation. Misinformation is rampant in Papua New Guinea. As you know, like social media is mostly like the main source of information, and it seems that misinformation spreads much quicker than the virus itself through social media platforms when you hear anything and everything about what the virus does to your body. So, I think that one of the reasons why our model doesn't really show a very encouraging picture for Papua New Guinea, and then you have the healthcare system. I think that what the pandemic has done so far is to highlight how stretched those health capacities in the Pacific were, and especially in the Melanesian countries where you do have health facilities, but they are limited, especially for the amount of people that they have to deal with. I looked at each and every Pacific Island country's COVID-19 vaccination plan. And for PNG, you have like a certain amount of people allocated for the vaccine rollout. But it seems that, at least according to my analysis, it seems that you have a lot of people working on the rollout, but only like a limited amount of vaccinated. So those people are like the people putting the jabs into people's arms. I think, this combination of misinformation and very small numbers of healthcare workers working on the virus, or even like the utilization that the government makes of those healthcare workers is what limits Papua New Guinea in its current vaccination context.
Solomon Islands and Vanuatu, which you've put in there with PNG. It seemed like Solomon started quite well. I mean, there was quite clear messaging from the government, I thought, compared to, for instance, PNG.
Yeah.
And they started well, and it also seemed like Vanuatu did. But is it a case, do you think, of they get to a certain point and they just can't push through a threshold because of those things that you've mentioned, because of, misinformation and because of the difficulty in reaching some areas because of the remoteness or the infrastructure?
Yeah, that's a very, very